Hello all and welcome back to another Hobbited pub quiz by me, the Walrus. This coming up quiz is all on the Fallout universe, which was proposed to me as a great fun themed quiz for us to do. So, we've got ourselves a picture round where you need to try and figure out the name of the weapon that is used in any of the Fallout series, because of course you're trying to figure out what the weapon is, but also what is the ammunition type specifically for that weapon. So that is going to be available in the comments and description below. You should be able to access that one. There is no anagrams or additional round this one, but let's get cracking with it. So our first round has 20 questions and is called All Flex, No Int. Number 1. What is the name of the Fallout 3 settlement built around an unexploded nuclear bomb? Question number 2. What is the name of the unique card game in Fallout New Vegas that you won't find in any casinos? Number 3. What does the abbreviation FEV stand for? Number 4. What is the name of the power-armoured group who have perhaps an unhealthy obsession with gathering pre-war tech? Number 5. Over which large concrete structure is the final battle of Fallout New Vegas fought? Number 6. Name all of the parts that make up the special system. 1 point for each correct answer. Number 7. What is the name of the iconic character in Fallout instructional videos and is shown often with a thumbs up in much of the accompanying art? Question number 8. What device does the protagonist wear in each of the Fallout games? Number 9. What is the name of the aerial transport used predominantly by the Enclave and the Brotherhood of Steel? Number 10. What is the name of the gigantic communism-hating robot that features in both Fallout 3 and Fallout 4? Number 11. What was the pen and paper role-playing game system that Fallout was originally based around? Number 12. Who was the original publisher of the Fallout series before being purchased by Bethesda? Number 13. Which major storyline broadcaster has the symbol of the aforementioned company in front of their facility in Fallout 3? Number 14. Name one of the characters who appear in both Fallout 3 and 4, not including Dogmeat, and sadly it's not quite the same doggo. You only need to name any one of them, there are quite a few. Number 15. Who was the endgame antagonist in Fallout? Number 16. What is the name of the stealth boy-obsessed mutants who frequently have developed psychosis from their repeated use? Number 17. In which month did the nuclear bombs fall, destroying much of civilization as we knew it? Number 18. Which Friends actor voiced a character in Fallout New Vegas? Number 19. Todd Howard is amazing in everything his hands touch. No kidding. Appears on an item in which Fallout game? And for a bonus point, what item? Number 20. Which long-suffering character survived the Great War in a vault, walked from the west to the east coast, transformed into a ghoul-like creature due to FEV exposure, and then eventually ended up stuck in just one place just outside of Washington, D.C., and begs for the player character to finally kill them? Okay, moving on to our next round, which is called Vault Survivor. There are 10 questions for this round. Number 1. Which vault is the Vault Dweller from in Fallout? Number 2. Which vault was designed to be the hoarding place of the US gold reserves? Number 3. 2 vaults were rather odd with their population ratios. Which vaults had 1,000 inhabitants, but with 1 man and 999 women in one, and 1 woman and 999 men in the other? 1 point for each. Question number 4. Which vault was inhabited by 1 solitary human and a box of puppets? Number 5. Which vault was filled in with concrete and turned into a hotel? Number 6. From which vault do you rescue Curie in Fallout 4? Number 7. One of the many things Vault-Tec deliberately did was to leave a door of a vault open so the inhabitants were permanently exposed to a trickle of radiation. Which settlement did the former inhabitants of this vault then found? Question number 8. Which vault cryogenically froze its inhabitants? Number 9. The growth of genetically modified plants and crops was the end goal of which vault in the Mojave? And number 10. Which vault was designed to be closed permanently with an overseer with almost unlimited power? Moving on, we have the tech of Fallout, which is 20 questions long. Number 1. Which company manufactured the Assaultron, Protectron, and the SentryBot? Number 2. Which potentially dangerous wasteland artifact was manufactured by Corvega? Number 3. Which leader of the Enclave is actually a Zax supercomputer? Number 4. What does GEC stand for? And I need the full name for the single point, not one for each word. Number 5. What brands are most, if not all, of the televisions encountered in the Fallout series? Number 6. What is the name of the Chinese pistol that was developed inside the United States, which sets its targets on fire? Number 7. When upgraded, what 2 weapons do Mr. House's Securitron forces gain access to? Number 8. During the course of the Big MT expansion, which video game series is referenced quite frequently? Number 9. Which household device is psychotically violent, aggressive, and hell-bent on destroying the Earth with atomic fire? Number 10. Which technological breakthrough was key in driving the invading Chinese army from Alaska and then pushing deep back into mainland China itself? Number 11. In a real pinch, which coin-operated Fallout shelter could you sprint towards in an attempt to survive the incoming blast and radiation? Number 12. What real-life weapon is the Fat Man based on? Number 13. Which key electronic component was never invented in the Fallout universe and is one of the reasons for technology taking such a divergent path? Number 14. What is the name of the escaped synth A3-21 in Fallout 3? Number 15. What was the name of the massive attempt to cleanse the water of the capital wasteland, the brainchild of James and Catherine, the parents of the protagonist in Fallout 3? Number 16. What technology did the Chinese far outcompete the American forces in? Number 17. Which country was the original manufacturer of the Gauss rifle? Number 18. Which handcrafted weapon in Fallout 3 uses a toy car as its major component? Number 19. We've seen far more sexy robots coming in thanks to Atomic Heart, but they'll never quite replace Fisto. Who is it that sends you on a quest to recover the aforementioned quite sexy beast? And number 20. What is the name of the mechanic of the railroad? On to our next round, which is called What Kind of Twisted Science Experiment Is This? Where we're going to go over some horrible things that have occurred within the Fallout universe for the interests of science. Number 1. What was the initial plan of the Enclave when it came to a post-nuclear survival? Number 2. What was the reason for people to become infected with the FEV virus in Fallout? Number 3. What creature was experimented upon repeatedly by the Enclave with exposure to FEV and then mutated into the Deathclaw? Number 4. Which creature with 2 heads makes an appearance on the flag of the NCR? Number 5. What is Swan? Number 6. Who is the reason that the Institute was finally able to perfect their latest generation of synths? Number 7. What is considered one of the most important factors in if a person that is infected with FEV becomes either an incredibly intelligent individual, well, super mutant specifically, or an incredibly stupid hulk of pure muscle? Number 8. Which real-life university became Vault-Tec University? Number 9. What is the difference between the main internal structure of a Generation 1 or 2 synth's body and a Generation 3? Number 10. What is the name of the hybrid creature that's formed of a varied mix of different animals, including humans, dogs, and cats, that are thrown into a vat of FEV? Next round is only got 5 questions long, but it's all called Don't Know About You, but I'm Getting Thirsty. All about our beverages from the Fallout world. Number 1. I'm sure you've all washed down your hard work with a lukewarm, flat, 200-year-old Nuka-Cola before, but what real-life carbonated beverage made an appearance in a Fallout game? A branded name, that is. Number 2. Talking of sodas, can you name the energy drink that was so successful it outcompeted the powerful Nuka-Cola and also has the honour of its very own power armour that is painted for it? Number 3. The ubiquitous bottle cap is the primary currency of the Wasteland, but who was it that backed them to allow them to become the de facto currency? Number 4. Whilst they appear as debris in later games, which soda-related item is considered a currency item in the Chicago area? And number 5. What was the additive that was used in Nuka-Cola Quantum to give it its distinctive blue glow? Our next round is called Oops, because as we all know, Bethesda have made a few mistakes in the past, haven't they? So this one's a 5 question round again. So number 1. What item did Bethesda promise to those who purchased a special edition of Fallout 76, which they only actually supplied to influencers, giving only a second-rate version to the people who actually purchased the game? Number 2. Fallout 3 on the PC weighs in around 9 gigabytes of data, but on consoles it's 40. Why? Is it A, because Bethesda? B, due to a game-breaking bug on consoles, a rather enormous patch had to be implemented? Is it C, the game downloads French, English, Spanish and German versions of the game for no reason and can't be partitioned? And D, Todd Howard insisted on Skyrim being available within the game and can actually be played via using certain console commands, allowing the Lone Wanderer to enter Tamriel through their wrist computer. Number 3. What Nuka-Cola product was offered as a real-life consumable, but was provided in a shoddy plastic shell which made it nearly impossible to pour the drink out of the bottle? Number 4. Which game force uninstalled itself, preventing players playing on launch? Number 5. Which bizarre punishment was handed out to players who were caught cheating on Fallout 76 to try to get their account back? Moving on, we have the Wild Wasteland, which is our final round in the quiz today. Number 1. Which film character is referenced by a skeleton in a fridge just outside of Good Springs? I hope you enjoy the weird and wonderful, because Bethesda's games are full of them, as are even older lovely titles. But of course, let's find out what more we have. So number 2, Maud's muggers try to beat the player character to death with rolling pins, but what TV show are they an homage to? And if you can get a bonus point if you can name the exact sketch. Number 3. What upgrade to your wrist computer can you acquire from Mick and Ralph, playing disco music every time you equip it? Number 4. Which World War II graffiti appears in Fallout New Vegas? Number 5. In Fallout 2, one can stumble across the remains of a crashed Star Trek shuttle in the wasteland. True or false? Number 6. How many Fallout games does the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch appear in? Number 7. Which book is referenced in Fallout 2 by the discovery of a splattered whale carcass? Number 8. Ever a favourite of the game authors, Monty Python's hairdresser sketch, which leads into the Lumberjack song, appears in Fallout Tactics. True or false? Number 9. Which space station can you find crashed in the desert? And number 10. A number of movies are referenced in Fallout Tactics, but which of the following isn't? Pitch Black, The Mask of Zorro, Titanic, The Sixth Sense, or The Matrix? So which of those 5 isn't referenced in Fallout Tactics? So, moving on, we're going to start giving you some answers. We're going to start with our first question, all right at the back of the beginning. So, number 1 of all flex no int is, of course, Megaton. Number 2 is Caravan. You can't play it in a casino. Number 3 is the Forced Evolutionary Virus. 1 point if you get the entire thing, 0 points if you don't get it quite. Number 4 is the Brotherhood of Steel. Number 5, well, it's the Hoover Dam. Number 6, Special stands for Strength, Perception, Endurance, Charisma, Intelligence, Agility, and Luck. 1 point for each correct answer. Number 7 is the Vault Boy or Girl. Number 8, well, it's the Pip Boy. 9 is a Vertibird. 10, Liberty Prime. 11 is GURPS, otherwise the Generic Universal Role-Playing System. Number 12, Interplay was the original publisher of the Fallout series. 13, well, that's GNR, the Galaxy News Radio. Number 14, so these are the characters that appear in both Fallout 3 and 4. We have both Arthur Maxson, Robert Joseph, or R.J. McCready, Madison Lee, and Sierra Petrovita. Number 15. The endgame antagonist in the original Fallout is the Master. 16. Nightkin. 17. Well, it was October when the nuclear bombs fell, as quite clearly seen in Fallout 76 with a large quantity of Halloween decorations. Number 18. Matthew Perry played Benny. 19. Well, Todd Howard is amazing in everything his hands touch, no kidding, appears on the periodic table of elements in Fallout 76. So potentially that one's worth 2 points. 20. The long-suffering character is, of course, Harold. On to Vault Survivor. Number 1, Vault 13. Question 2, Vault 79. Question 3, Vault 68 and 69. 1 point for each. Number 4, Vault 77, which I will freely admit has a special place in my heart, as I cosplayed as that very lone survivor, Vault 77, at MCM in London a couple of years ago. Number 5, Vault 21 was filled in with concrete and turned into a hotel. Number 6, you rescue Kiri from Vault 81. Question 7, is Necropolis. Number 8, Vault 111 or 111, because, you know, I can read. Number 9, Vault 34. And number 10 is 101. Onto the tech of Fallout. Robco are the manufacturers of the Assaultron Protectron and the Sentry Bot. Number 2, it's many of the cars in the Wasteland. Number 3, John Henry Eden is actually a Zax supercomputer. Number 4, it is the Garden of Eden creation kit. Number 5, most if not all of the televisions encountered in the Fallout series are Rad King branded. Number 6, it is the Zhurong V418 Chinese pistol. I will accept the Zhurong, but if you've got the full name there, give yourself an extra point. Number 7. When upgraded, Mr. House's Securitrons gain access to missile launchers and grenade launchers. And if you want to be very specific about them, they are the M235 missile launcher and the G28 grenade launcher. Number 8. Sonic the Hedgehog is regularly referenced within the Big MT. Number 9. It's the toaster from Fallout New Vegas. Number 10. Power armor. 11 is the Pawlowski Preservation Shelter, which just looks like a giant plastic tube. You've got to be desperate at that point. I mean, to be fair, at that point, it's all gone horribly, horribly wrong. Number 12 is the Davy Crockett launcher. Number 13, it's the transistor. Number 14 is Harkness. 15 is Project Purity. 16, Stealth. 17 is Germany. 18 is a dart gun. Number 19 is James Garrett. Absolute pervert. And 20 is Tinker Tom. Onto our twisted science. Number 1. Well, they actually wanted to colonize a new planet. Number 2. According to the Master, it was to help create unity, a single, powerful human race. Number 3 is a chameleon. Number 4 is a bear, but I'll also accept Yao Guai. 5. Swan is a super mutant behemoth, and if you want a reasonably heart-wrenching story, I would highly recommend finding out more about him because, yeah, the Institute are dicks. Number 6, talking of the Institute, well, Sean is the main reason they were able to finally perfect the latest gen of synths. Number 7, it's radiation exposure or microdosing of FEV. Number 8, WVU or West Virginia University. Number 9, Generation 1 and 2 synths use a fully mechanical skeleton, whereas Generation 3 use real lab-grown skeletons as their base. And number 10 is a centaur. Okay, on to our next round, the don't know about you, but I'm getting thirsty. Which, to be fair, I am getting pretty thirsty. Number 1, it's Balls Energy, spelled B-A-W-L-S. Number 2 is Vim. 3, the water merchants of the hub. 4 are ring pulls. And 5 is Strontium-90. I will freely admit I didn't include any questions on the glories of Sunset Sarsaparilla, even though I think it's quite a fun drink. Anyway, on to Oops. Number 1 is the canvas duffel bag that was promised to those who purchased the special edition of Fallout 76. Number 2, well, weirdly enough, the game downloads French, English, Spanish, and German versions of the game. Pretty much for no reason. So answer is C. Number 3, Nuka Dark. Genuinely, the plastic shell was so poorly designed you could not pour a drink out of it. Number 4, well, that's Fallout 76, which uninstalled itself when launched if you'd pre-installed the game before its initial launch day. So you had to reinstall the entire thing again. Number 5, well, cheaters were told to write an essay on using why third-party applications was bad. Weird. On to our Wild Wasteland round. So number 1, Indiana Jones is referenced by the skeleton in a fridge. Number 2, there was from Monty Python's Flying Circus, the Hell's Grannies sketch. Number 3 is the Pimp Boy 3 Billion. Number 4 is Kilroy, or from the Kilroy Was Here. Number 5 is actually true. 6, the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch appears in 2 Fallout games, Fallout 2, and Fallout New Vegas. Number 7 is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Number 8, unfortunately it is false. There is no hairdresser's sketch being referenced and appearing in Fallout Tactics. Number 9 is Space Station Mir. And 10 is The Mask of Zorro, isn't referenced in Fallout Tactics. On to our picture round. Number 1 is a BB gun, and it uses BBs. Number 2 is a laser rifle, and it uses microfusion cells. Number 3 is the water gun, and it uses acid. Number 4 is a tri-beam laser rifle, and it also uses microfusion cells. Number 5, I know this one's a little bit mean, but it is the special weapon, Lincoln's Repeater, that uses the 4.4 Magnum round. Number 6 is the radium rifle, and it uses the 45 caliber rounds. Number 7 is the pipe pistol, which uses the 38 caliber. Number 8, the rocket launcher, which uses junk or anything. Number 9 is the laser musket, and it uses the fusion cell. And number 10 is the Gauss pistol, which uses the 2mm EC rounds. So if you want to tot up your scores and find out how well you've done in today's quiz, please post your comments below and see how well you did. Our winning team, if memory served, got a powerful 62 points on our quiz when we did the quiz itself, and was one of the ones that was highly requested, which genuinely surprised me, but people really wanted to hear an entire quiz all on Fallout. So I will freely admit the next quiz that's coming up is going to be a general knowledge one. And we'll have a picture and anagrams based round along with it. I believe it's either anagrams or dingbats. I can never remember. For those of you who are unfamiliar with dingbats, don't worry, there is an analysis of what on earth they are during the quiz. So, hopefully you've enjoyed yourself, and like I said, please do like, share and subscribe and comment below with your scores. Always fun to see how well people have done. And once again, I hopefully will catch you again on the next time the Walrus plays either Stardew Valley or reads out a quiz for you.